I just washed my locks and they are growing. They are going to be 5 years old in July. Yeah, 5 years old in July. I locked my hair in 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 5 years. Yeah, I had to count again just because for some reason I didn't believe myself. Anyways. So my hair is 5 years young, growing strong. Just washed it. You know, I have been free-forming, semi-free-form. I hate to put myself in a box, but I've been semi-free-forming for the past 2 years. For about 6 months of those 2 years, I did not even twist my hair at all. I just gave it a break because I originally had that programming, that notion that my hair had to be, you know, parted, nice, clean, finely shaped. That's just not my hair. You know, it's just not my hair. I was doing that for a time where I was just twisting it every 2 weeks, made sure it's nice and neat. And as I was doing that, my hair started to thin. So I'll show you one part. See, as it started to get thicker. I love that. I love how you can see that. And I'll tell you what I've been doing to thicken my locks. Because my hair is fine. It's always been fine. It's not thin, but it's fine and fragile because my hair is very soft in some areas. It's changed, though. The texture has changed. There you go. See that thick? So I got thin hair. These are pretty consistent. But there are a couple of really thin locks at the ends. Maybe I'll come back to them later on. I'll probably find it somewhere that I was just twisting and twisting and twisting way too much. Look at this. I had to combine these two. I have combined a few. I have under 100 locks on my head. And I haven't counted. But the last time I counted, which was 2 years ago, was under 100. And I've since even combined 2 weeks ago. So, and I've cut off a few. As you see. Look at that. Aha! That is massive. Oh my goodness. All right. So look how thick that is. And see how thin it was here? It was thick here. This is definitely a lock that I started probably 3 years ago. Anyways, see how thick that is? And then, let me get closer. Then it got really thin here. Because I didn't know what the hell I was doing, you know, at one point. And then it started, I mean, that's a huge, huge difference. I'll tell you what I've been doing. So that way you guys can do it too. You know, I stopped going to Salon 4 years ago. I went for the first year and then I started doing my locks myself, and then I started to do some research on YouTube on what people were doing as far as maintaining their locks and how to thicken their locks. At one point, I had a little bald spot here because I went to a loctician who, you know, does great hair. However, when she styled my hair, it was very tight and it started to thin out and completely bald right here. And so I had been using castor oil and was able to grow it back. So that's been helping a lot. All right, so let me give you the big spin on my hair. Quite excited. It's growing, it's growing, it's growing. They say that, you know, your hair goes through a growth spurt the 5th year when you have locks. So mine is going on 5. And I am looking forward to it becoming longer. But at the same time, I'm not rushing it because every single stage of my locks, every single stage of length of my locks, I've been really having fun with and appreciating. All right, so you'll see some of them are, you can see the parts because like I said, I'm still semi-free-forming. I separate my locks and then I twist I twist only the front. I only twist the front part of my locks because I work as a licensed massage therapist. So I also work for a couple of hotels, and so I have to twist the front, style it sometimes, and have fun with it. So, but from here on, it's all freeform. All right, so let me turn around. This is the top. Hopefully you can see it. Hopefully. This is, if you see some little white, residue, that is my aloe vera gel. And I have to find out a better way to apply it. Maybe just apply it as a conditioner for my hair and then wash it out. Because it tends to dry, and it dries purple or dries white and clumpy and crusty, and not that I care, because I know that my hair is clean, but I don't want my clients to think that my hair is dirty. I don't want that type of stereotype that comes with locks, dreadlocks. So anyway, all right, just wash my hair with some tea tree oil, and I always say, you know what? If it scratches, that's a good thing. That means it's growing. All right, so what helped my hair to become this thick? What helped my hair become this thick? I'll tell you the truth. It was one, just being conscious and being consistent with my hair maintenance. I washed my hair every 2 weeks. I applied aloe to my hair, flaxseed gel. No longer did I buy over-the-counter gel. Haven't done that in 3 years. Make my own gel. Once in a while I use gel if I want to style my hair. If I'm just going to twist the front, I just apply castor oil. Castor oil saved my hair. I mean, it did miracles on my hair. I also steamed my hair for probably 7 months until my steamer broke. I did speak to a loctician that told me that my hair was damaged at the root, and I told her what I was doing. She told me, cut out the steaming. It should just be once a month, and I should apply some type of conditioner to it to seal the hair, because once it's open, the hair follicle's open, it's great that I'm styling and doing everything else, but I need something to bind it and seal the hair follicles close. So and it's funny because right after my hair steamer broke, so that was a lesson that needed to be learned. Anyway, so I was steaming my hair at one point, but on a consistent basis, what I've been doing is aloe for conditioning, castor oil, tea tree oil. I've been doing a hell of a lot of rosemary because it helps to stimulate your roots, and help with circulation. So I've been doing a hell of a lot of that. What else? Oh, a lot of massaging. All the time. And while I'm massaging, I'm just saying affirmations. And one of, three of the affirmations that I always say for my hair is that the most important part, and I think with anybody, this should be the most important part, regardless of what length and how you want your hair to look and how these various different expectations that we have. This is the most important part that you should want to say and want for yourself, is that my hair is healthy, strong, and thick. And I just keep saying that, healthy, strong, and thick. Because, it can be strong. It could be thick. But man, if it's not healthy, what's the purpose, So, and I definitely don't want it to thin at the roots. So, so my hair is healthy, strong, and thick. And my hair is at a great length at this point right now. It's just past my shoulders, and I'm happy with it. I am now officially 4.5 years into locks, and there's times that I do want to do something different, like shave the side of my hair, you know, something like that, you know, shave it, do something with it different. There's times, you know, I don't know, because I've grown so attached to these. These are my locks from the very beginning. So, you know, it was a process for me to cut these off. You know, it took me some time, but they were so weak and they were so fragile and they were thinning and unhealthy. And I worried about what other people said, and I just went, you know what, bump it, and cut them all off. They had to go. They had to go. And so since then, I have, you know, embraced the fact that they're short, and that's just what it is. You know, I would love to have my hair styled in different type of styles where I can put it up, but it just wasn't going to happen. Just wasn't going to happen. I had to take them out a couple of times and retwist them because they were flat. See, and they still, look at this one, this thick old one. They're still, some of them are still flat. It just is what it is, you know? Look at this. It's just still, it is what it is, you know? Some of them are gonna be round and some of them are gonna be flat. I lay on my back when I sleep, and also on my sides. So it's just, it is what it is, you know? I'm not looking for perfection, I'm just looking for healthy hair. So anyways, that is a very short, more than 12 minutes video of my hair lock journey. I love when I wash my hair and I just see the length of it. It's fun. Giving that self-love to my hair, and it's fun. So, until next time.
Just love this song so wild, Trevor shouting his name.